Hello, Mary Helen Dara with the Taylor Automotive family. Today we are at Girls on the Run, Northwest Ohio, and we are going to speak with the Executive Director, Lee Fearnside. And she is helping empower young women with decision-making skills, confidence, and sharing kindness. Let's go on inside and speak with this incredible woman. Hello, Lee. Thank you so much for being here. Could you please tell us a bit of history about Girls on the Run, Northwest Ohio?
So Girls on the Run Northwest Ohio started in 2011. It was started by three friends who met in a junior league, and one of them had been a volunteer for Girls on the Run Chicago. So they started the first teams in 2012, and the first 5K was at Sidecut Metro Park with less than 30 girls. And now in 2023, we've served over 7,000 girls across Northwest Ohio.
That's incredible. Wonderful. How long have you been with the organization, and what was the deciding factor of getting you behind the wheel of this organization?
So I started as the development director in 2018, including through COVID, which was an adventure.
What a positive slant on it.
Yeah, right. And when the previous ED was ready to retire, I was ready to step up and see how I could help with the next stage of the organization. As we're emerging from the pandemic, really our programs are needed more than ever. A recent CDC report said that 57% of girls report persistent sadness and hopelessness, which is up from 36% in 2011, which is heartbreaking. And our programs really help foster connection and caring in girls. So our hope is that our programs can be part of the solution to this mental health crisis.
Oh, yes. Well, we appreciate you, especially as a mother of three daughters and a granddaughter, and I so admire Girls on the Run. What are a few of the most challenging as well as rewarding aspects of what you do?
So I would say probably one of the most challenging things is trying to balance the longer term strategic goals with the kind of daily triage of operations. Any given day, I could be talking with a potential sponsor, talking with a parent, meeting with a principal, and then helping staff figure out how to put the 5K together. And that's also one of the most rewarding parts because there's always something going on. I will say that the 5Ks are where everything comes together because the girls have been working for 8 weeks to try to achieve this really huge goal, running over 3 miles, and everyone there is there to cheer them on. So it's all worth it in the end.
Oh, that's great. Would you encourage others to get behind the wheel of this kind of work?
Yeah, I definitely would. I think that working in nonprofits can be really hard, but really rewarding. It's a way that I feel like I'm contributing to my community and making change for people who really need it.
Yeah. We know Girls on the Run empowers girls in so many ways, but what are the few that you are personally most proud of?
So it's definitely some of those stories of girls' success that keep me going. So there was one girl after the 5K, about a week after the 5K, she had done Girls on the Run for I think 2 seasons. She fell and broke her leg. And she ended up in the hospital with an orthopedic condition that required months of physical therapy and months in the hospital. And her mom called me up and said she wanted to thank us so much for having Girls on the Run. Because of the goal setting, her daughter learned she could do hard things. And she said to her mom that she was going to take it one day at a time, one step at a time. And the mom really felt like without Girls on the Run, her daughter would have not had the resilience to survive that experience as well as she did. So those kinds of stories are just so amazing and keep us going.
Yes.
Definitely.
How can members of the community get involved with Girls on the Run?
Well, like lots of nonprofits, we run on volunteers. So we have volunteers who help us at the 5K, anything from cheer stations to water stations, or community running buddies who are runners who run with girls who don't have someone in their family to run with, or as coaches. So volunteer coaches actually run the program 8 weeks after school and really serve as mentors to the girls. So we love to work with volunteers.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for being with us and empowering young women out there on a run and in life, in everyday life. Like you said, one day at a time, one step at a time. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me be part of Women in the Driver's Seat.
Thank you, Lee Fearnside, for sharing your passion and all that you do for Girls on the Run and young women in our community. Let's hit the road and see who's next in the driver's seat.